Hi, everybody. I'm so excited. I'm here chatting with Tammy Morrison. Tammy, hi.
Hi.
Tammy is one of our beloved teachers at Big Picture classes, and I was just hanging out with Tammy last week because we were all in California for the play event. Ah,
So fun.
the last time I saw you we were in Disneyland. What? That is
I know.
crazy. I know, and
That's
now I'm
weird. It wasn't
here.
that long ago, but it seems long ago.
I know it does. And now I'm here and I'm wearing a turtleneck, sweater. I've got my little mini heater on here in my office, and it's probably 30 degrees outside and no snow on the horizon, but it's cold.
I'm sorry.
And
I
you
want to
are.
sit here in solidarity with my friends, but I have to keep pushing at my sleeves.
Oh, girl, this is
Sorry.
crazy. Okay, so today we are talking about an upcoming class at Big Picture Classes that you are a part of, and we don't even for sure know the title. So we're just going to call it social media and memory keeping for now because we're still figuring out the title. And Tammy is one of the instructors. And Tammy, for those of you that don't know, uses a, I don't know, would you call it a username or a handle? Tell us what your username is. Be creative.
Alter ego, pseudonym. It's Be Creative, BCRE8UV. And the reason it's spelled funny is because that's my license plate and that was what was available at the time.
And now that's how we find you everywhere. That's what you use on Twitter and everywhere. So I think it's such a cute name too. Good job. Okay, so my first question for you is how does social media help you connect to your world?
A million different ways. For example, I can have a conversation with someone in New Zealand, even though I've never been to New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of similar to the way I connect with students at Big Picture too, in
Mm-hmm.
that I probably would not travel there to teach a class, but yet I could have a student in a class from there. It's and when you work at home like I do on classes and such, it's sort of my water cooler. It's where I go for interaction during the day.
Water cooler, that is so true because we were just in the car yesterday and I was taking one of my kids to work and he was like, "What did Justin Bieber just do?" Because Justin Bieber was all over Twitter because he
Yes,
was in jail. So
yes.
it's a water cooler. That's a really good way to put it. I
It
like that.
is because it's a way to take a break and connect with people. It's otherwise it's just me talking to my cat, which isn't always healthy.
Oh, that's a good point. And you can choose who you connect with.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you follow, like on Facebook, it's a different crowd for me than on Twitter usually because Facebook is a lot of people I actually know in person. Twitter is maybe less so, but it's a mix on Facebook. It's people who I've met through classes in different places, but some I haven't met in person, I suppose. Twitter is just sort of people I follow because they're funny or because we have similar interests. And then there's Instagram where I follow people because I appreciate their photography style.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different types of people to connect with too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I also like the convenience of, like the city I live in, they're on Twitter. And so, and they do a pretty good job of not oversharing, but, they're like, oh, farmer's market this weekend, or, so I like that aspect of it too, is
Definitely.
you can pick and choose. You can totally pick and choose. And guess what? If somebody is doing things on social media you don't like, you are in control. You can just unfollow, unfriend, whatever. Okay. Um, my next question is where do you see social media and memory keeping colliding?
Okay, so for me, social media often becomes a depository for stories that I want to come back to. In the
Mm-hmm.
olden days, I might have kept those in a notebook, but
Mm-hmm.
now when I'm out and about and I've got my phone and I tweet something or I post something on Facebook, I can go back and revisit that and remind myself of what my thoughts were in that moment
Mm-hmm.
or just of a story that's worth telling or an event that happened. And so it's sort of a place to save up those stories.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that, and I like I hadn't thought about like the notebook idea, but it could be like your virtual notebook. You could say, Oh, I just saw this cool window display, or, someone could share something that sparks, something that didn't happen to you at the moment, but it may be maybe you favorite the tweet or you think, oh, this is an
Exactly.
idea, right? Like you get inspiration from other people too.
Exactly. Well, and I think, and also in getting inspiration from other people, you and I both have older kids who have social media accounts, and a lot of times that's how I get photos of my older kids. They don't like getting their picture taken as much, or they're not around as much when they're older. My two oldest live on their own now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can go to their Facebook pages and pull a photo and use it. And that's how I get my photo fix.
Yes, it is interesting how as those of us with kids as they age, how that affects what we share. Because that'll be something that we'll talk about for sure in the class. Because that is such an interesting topic. And I was just telling you, like I can't just share tons of photos of my kids anymore. I mean, I need to ask their permission, right?
Yeah.
Because they have their own, if you tag someone on Facebook, all of their friends can see, and you might not be cool with that. So, oh, it's so
This
fascinating.
morning I was taking pictures with my phone, and my older daughter's, "You're not posting any of these, are you?"
Exactly. My
Oh,
kids
I
do
won't.
that. And I won't tag them unless I get their permission. And
Yeah.
because they use it for a different purpose, which is something else we'll talk about. Okay,
Okay.
so my last question is, tell me something that you're excited about with this class, like something that students are going to learn.
Okay. Well, me personally, something I'm excited about is that teaching a class forces me to examine why and how I do things for myself so that I
Mm-hmm.
can teach it to other people. So it sort of made me take a step back and reflect on, why do I use this particular platform? What do I use it for? What could I use it for better? So it's helping me to use it better, and then I can hopefully help others think of new and different and more efficient ways to use it in their memory keeping too.
Okay, I like it because you used a word like reflect. So that makes me think that, you have a plan. And so I think that is something that's important for people who are considering taking this class when it's up, is that the instructors are going to teach them how to be more intentional. And
Yes.
so you get the end result that you want. Um, oh,
There are
Tammy,
definitely ways to put the information out there in ways that make it easier to retrieve it,
yes,
that sort of thing. Yeah.
yes. Okay. Tammy, I always have fun chatting with you, whether it's Disney or here. So thank you, and tell us where our students can find you besides big picture classes.
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter with the handle Be Creative, BCREAUV. And you can find me on Facebook, and I'm actually Tammy Morrison over there because they require real names.
Okay, thanks, Tammy.
Thank you.